Namaskar, Sat Shri Akal, Salam, hello dosto. We are on the starting of a new week which is on 14th of November which starts tomorrow, and I am here, your friend Alok Verma, back with analysis, opinions about the coming week and bit of discussion about the week that has just gone by. Friends, as you know, I'm a regular investor and trader in the Indian stock markets, and I do this analysis on a regular basis and I share it with you for the larger benefit. So let's see what I have brought for you for the week starting 14th of November. As always, I break down things into technical factors and news and data driven factors. So let's see what news and data have for us. For the week gone by, if you look at the key indices, Indian and as well as US, so Indian indices, they've been positive this week. Bank Nifty up 2.13%, Nifty also up 1.28%. They've been turmoil during the week, but net both indices are positive. And the US indices have been stupendous. Stupendous is the word. S&P 500 8%, more than 8% up for the week. When was the last time we saw it? And Nasdaq close to 6% up for the week. And if you allow me, let me say that this data hides more than what it shows. ये जो data जो बता रहा है उससे ज़्यादा छुपा रहा है. Why? Because Nasdaq करीब 6% ऊपर है. But one of the days during the week, Nasdaq was up more than 7%. It was up close to 7.3%. Right? It went up. Other day it was down more than 3%. It went up, went down. It was hugely volatile this week, especially for the Nasdaq, as much as for the S&P and Dow Jones also. But ultimately, there is positivity in the market due to a variety of factors, and we'll see that. Okay. So talking of FI data, FIs have been net buyers this week, right? More than 6,300 crores. For the month of October, they've been net sellers, minor net sellers, minus 489 crores. But for the month of November, they've been significantly positive, more than 12,400 crores, 12,490 crores. DIAs on the other hand have been net sellers for the week, and they see weakness in the market. So that's how it stands. But buying by FIs has been more than the selling by DIAs. India VIX has reduced significantly this week. So it's close to 14.4%, down about close to 8% from last week, which is very good, and good because it shows stability in the markets. And the figure of 14.4 is very much in line with the long-term averages. So markets seem to be stable, comfortable, confident now. That's a good news for the investors especially. May not be so much for the traders who kind of want a bit of higher VIX. Okay. Crude oil, the crude oil has gone down this week. There's been some projection of demand being hit going forward due to weaker economic activity worldwide. So crude is down by 3.14% to $94.95 per barrel, still high by the historical standards, but lower than the previous week at least. Okay. Result season we know is on for the Indian markets, and a lot of results are here, and most have been either in line with expectations or above expectations. Coal India, Lupin, Bata, Mahindra & Mahindra, all above expectations, right? Others have been either in line or slightly below. So good results for this week that we saw. All in all, more positive surprises than negative ones. Okay. US we know has been struggling with high inflation. They have increased interest rates about 4 times to control that, and finally there seems to be some good news. कुछ अच्छी खबर आ रही है. September inflation 8.2% थी, August की 8.3% थी, but October की 7.7% आई है. Inflation has CPI has reduced in US, which is good, and that tells us that indicates to us that going forward Fed जो है आगे इंटरेस्ट रेट शायद नहीं बढ़ाए. कम करने का तो मुझे नहीं लग रहा है, but they may not increase as sharply at least, right? So that's a good news. Cryptos has been a difficult week. I've included this because there have been some problems this week. So last week it was quite disastrous actually. Most of them were down by, it's written 205, actually I meant 220%, right? So instead of 5, read percent please. So most cryptos, Ethereum, Bitcoin, etc., they were down 20% or so. And this has happened largely because there was an exchange called FTX which has crashed, right? So because of that, that has sent a lot of turmoil, shockwaves across the ecosystem of cryptos, and cryptos have been bad. The investors have been quite adversely hit. Tech layoffs. We heard the news. I think all of us heard a lot of noise around Elon Musk taking over Twitter and immediately firing about 50% of staff. That has been quite brutal, right? Close to 3,000 or so employees have been laid off, right? In some cases, some teams, around 80-90% of those teams have gone, including the CEO of Twitter and some other very senior officers. But alongside came the news of Meta, right? The Facebook company. They have laid off 11,000 staff, much bigger than what Twitter has done, right? This is news has been quieter than Twitter news, but the impact is much larger. They also face falling ad revenues. Their metaverse project is guzzling money, it's eating up money. बहुत पैसा लग रहा है metaverse project में. The results are still in the future. अभी immediate results उसके नहीं दिख रहे हैं. Ad revenues have been falling, and because of that, Meta has to go for to cut costs. They have had to go for layoffs, and this is the biggest layoff in the history of the company. So that because of these two factors, in the last 1 or 2 days, yesterday also, the IT has been soft. IT market has been a bit soft. So let's see what happens going forward. Indian inflation data has also been is expected to be nice. Data for October is still awaited, but RBI Governor Dr. Shaktikanta Das has categorically said it is going to be less than 7%. The last reading that we know was 7.41%. So that's a good news for Indian market also. So there's a mix of news, worldwide and Indian, right? So inflation is coming down, and but there's some news on tech front, the crypto crash. Those are challenging issues. IPOs आ रहे हैं नेक्स्ट वीक. कीस्टोन रियल्टर्स का IPO आने वाला है, 14 तारीख को आने वाला है, कल ही आने वाला है, राइट? Price range is going to be 514 to 541 per share. So I don't have full analysis of that IPO. Maybe it will come in a day or two, right? Okay. Indian foreign exchange, we have been having a concern on that front. Indian foreign exchange काफ़ी दिनों से reduce कर रहा था, कई weeks से reduce कर रहा था, but in the last week of October, right, there has been a jump in the Indian foreign exchange reserves from 524.5 billion to around 531.08 billion. So that is a good news for the Indian economy at large. बात करते हैं टेक्निकल्स की. टेक्निकल्स क्या कहते हैं? ये तो हमारा डेटा हो गया. तो डेटा इज मिक्स्ड. So lot of good news, lot of tailwinds, lot of positivity. Inflation is down, forex is up, forex reserves are up. Your FIs are buying, right? Indices have shot up, so they're above the critical levels. Also, Nifty has done some good movements this week. So all these are positives, but there are concerns on fronts of tech layoffs, right? And some other aspects, right? Because inflation अभी भी ज़्यादा ही है, कम नहीं है, थोड़ा कम हुआ. That's a good news. Okay. Technicals क्या कहते हैं? See, and before I get there, my standard disclaimer, and I said that before also, this video is only for educational purposes. I am not a SEBI registered advisor. Stock markets remains a good place to make money, but is also risky inherently. So please consult a certified advisor, financial advisor, if you want to invest in the markets, or maybe do your own research, right? I am just sharing it for educational purposes, and I reserve the right to be wrong here. Okay. So Nifty technicals की बात करें, see Nifty has broken the weekly, long term weekly downward sloping trend line. So एक trend line थी नीचे जा रही थी, उसके break कर दिया. So that's a huge positive for the Nifty, right? At the same time, Nifty is right now resting at 18,350, which is a strong resistance also. उसके ऊपर गई है, but उसके ऊपर close नहीं किया है, right? So tomorrow, if the Nifty gaps up, moves up, stays above that, it will be huge positive. Otherwise, there could be some consolidation or profit booking at this levels also. Nifty is highest ever level of around 18,600 something. So that is the level that might be a huge resistance for this market for this week. So if Nifty goes up, it might face a lot of supply at 18,600. On the same side, bottom line is protected. Even option data, if you look at it, huge option put writing at 18,000. So bottom side seems to be protected, and Nifty might not go as per technical charts below 17,960. On the upper side, as you said, 18,600. That's my projected range for the week. And before I talk of Bank Nifty, let me remind you, we are present not only on YouTube, we are also present on Instagram, we are present on Twitter by the name of stockincome.in. Please visit those areas, those platforms. You will find a lot of useful information there also, right? We keep posting micro learnings on Insta. We post daily. I post markets today and tomorrow, which is the analysis, quick analysis of what happened today and what is expected tomorrow. That can really help a lot of people, right? And more, we have been more right than wrong, so by the grace of God. So these are things. So you could visit these channels also, subscribe if you like them. I'm sure you'll find them quite useful. Let's talk about Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty has been quite positive, showing a good traction, but seems to be tiring a bit in my opinion, right? But we don't know. Let's see. It's at around 42,000 levels, a little above that. I feel it will face a huge resistance at 43,000 levels, and on the lower side 41,000 is a good support. So technically speaking, 40,800 is a support region. So my sense is Bank Nifty should stay in the range of 43,000 on the upper side and 40,800 on the lower side. I see a degree of consolidation with a bit of positive bias. So this is my take on the markets this week, friends. I hope you liked it, and thanks for being with me. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for subscribing the channel. Do share with your friends, your family, all those who are into the trade and who you think might benefit from it. Till we meet next, thank you. Bye bye. God bless. Jai Hind.